the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it up before the snow, we still gon' break those. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash Valdez. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Tank Kramer over here, and we got Red Panda over there, who doesn't look red when he puts his hand over his light. I don't know.
Red Panda.
Yeah,
Look at him. He looks regular, right?
Yeah.
I
I don't want to be political, but it's
watch what he was there.
What?
Watch what happens, guys. You see it.
see, Democrat, Republican.
Jesus, man. Holy shit. That is such a big difference.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't know what it is.
Man, we gotta get you like put a piece of
Notice
paper
that
in front of it or
back-
something, like a
backstage.
diffuser.
Guys,
Like right now, yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like,
I
I
know.
don't know what's wrong. That's
I don't know.
Guys, you do know Thursday. So every year, the second Thursday of the month, the schedule has come out for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why everyone was saying the schedule should come out this Thursday. I mean, we hear owners talking about the schedule coming out. We hear all analysts. We're talking about everyone, but it seems like the NFL is holding it for some reason.
Yes, they are.
Why do you guys think this is happening?
I heard some conflict on the scheduling conflict, the Wednesday's games, because I believe they're gonna have Wednesday football games, and something with networks. Like I believe there's gonna be 2 games on Christmas, which I think it lands on Wednesday. Something new, crazy. So I don't know if they're gonna try to be like Walt Disney and buy out all holidays throughout the year or something. But it's nuts because I don't know. I think they should just keep it normal. I'm like an old fashioned guy. It's cool to mess around with. It's cool to expand overseas. I like that as well. But let's just leave the holidays alone. Leave the holidays for NBA or hockey because that's what they usually plan as well. But yeah, I don't know.
You know, the NFL wants to become a monopoly. They want to have all things. And you have a family around. The first thing you want to do, you want to sit around on TV. They want you to watch football. They don't want you to watch It's a Wonderful Life. They don't want you to pass go. They don't want you to play Scrabble. They want you to watch NFL football. And
We do
that's
on
what
Thursdays.
that's what they want it on every day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, soon enough, it will be almost every day. I mean, they have the 18-game season. Things like that will start to occur. Things that we'll start seeing.
Goodell already
that
came out and said
all the time.
like the preseason, he doesn't like the preseason. He thinks it's stupid.
So waste of time, waste of money.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if those are actual games, sometime soon.
Well, so they want to extend the playoffs so that the Super Bowl it lands on President's Day. Why President's Day?
Because it's America's game, man. They want to be like not baseball, America's pastime. They want to be like, no, and they already are. I mean, but yeah, they want to be notorious for being American. I think
if it lands on President's Day, the Sunday before President's Day, the day after the Super Bowl would be a holiday. People would not go to work the day after the Super Bowl.
That makes sense.
They're geniuses. They are geniuses. They are trying to take over the world. It's going to work out 100% because I mean it's a very smart way of doing things. We've always said that the Super Bowl should be a holiday. Well, guess what? If it's lands on President's Day, Super Bowl becomes quote unquote holiday.
I guess.
So you mean
like,
the Super Bowl might be played on Tuesday instead of
No,
Super Bowl
so
Sunday?
no, on Sunday.
It'll be played on Sunday, and then the Monday is President's Day, right?
Right.
So kids are out of school. It's a national holiday. So a national holiday will be the day after the Super Bowl plays. That way, on Sunday, instead of people having to leave Super Bowl parties and trying to rush to get home, stay out, they party all night, NFL gets more viewership. It's genius.
Yeah. You can have like a post-game event kind of thing. Like you can do a lot more with it.
Well,
yeah. But it's crazy. It's
gonna-
like, oh, well, it's like, oh, you're not gonna make it a holiday. We'll just move it so it's next to a holiday.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of companies that work on President's Day. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean, it's
actually-
optional.
Banks are closed, right? Any state things will be closed. Schools will be closed. So that really gets you at least 60% of the workforce being closed. So it's almost like quote unquote like an actual holiday.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm part of the 40%, but oh well.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. What's up, B? What up? I'm glad you came and dropped in, man.
What's up, man?
And we got Anzo in here.
up?
What's up, guys?
Anzo.
I heard a very, very thing because I see Anzo in here. So Albert Breer was on the radio today, and he was talking about Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
And he was saying things like Justin Fields is going to, they're going to have different packages. Possibly he's probably going to play. They're going to use his skill set in one way or another. And then Albert Breer stopped what he was saying and said, "Well, I'm not totally convinced that he won't be the starting quarterback." And everyone's like, "Whoa, what are you talking about? What do you mean he's going to be the starting quarterback?" They're saying, "Well, if Russell Wilson is not great, and he makes mistakes during any of these practices, they will give him the chance, the first right of refusal to be the guy. But it works better for Pittsburgh if Justin Fields is the guy. So if he does not perform, they will give Justin Fields an opportunity to start. And don't be surprised if week 1, all of a sudden, Justin Fields will start.
Week 1?
This is from Albert Breer. This is not for me. Yeah, this is for me. This is what he's saying. If you see the preseason games that they're doing poorly and he's not doing it, Justin Fields could be the starter.
Yeah, week 1's kind of pushing it, but I think by the end of the season, Fields will be the starter because I don't think Wilson can do it.
This is what Albert Breer said. He was saying it'll happen probably more before the season than it would during the season because Mike Tomlin does not rock the boat that much.
Yeah,
so he'll try to go with it as long as possible if he could. But if they see it's not working or if their personality doesn't mesh with Russell Wilson, and the new offensive coordinator or any of that stuff, if they don't mesh, they would want to try with Justin Fields in the preseason to see what they got. And don't be surprised if he starts both preseason games and all of a sudden he starts week 1.
That'd be interesting.
it would be interesting.
Yeah, well, Anzo's like he's not.
I'll be saying, He said, "I'll be down." And he said,
that's more of a good conversation about Justin than what all the stupid shit I've been hearing. That like, oh, he's gonna be on special teams as a returner. I was like, what? Like,
I understand why they said that. It's because
he's a running back.
No, it's because they can't. The team is not getting a running start, so it basically would be the same thing as as Justin Fields getting the ball shotgun, and then running against guys who are not getting a running start at him. And he's so elusive in the thing. I understood what they're doing. There's no way in hell if I'm Justin Fields that I'm gonna let. But I understand what they're saying because the new rules does create that issue. If you're a guy who can dodge guys and is really good and hard to tackle in the open field, and you're a big, strong guy, then you can do those things. You're a little bit more elusive. It's still stupid, but I understand why they're saying what they're saying.
Yeah, like it sounds good on paper because like you said, how elusive he is and that he can break tackles and do all this crazy stuff, but also but also he's a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, all the dummies are like, oh, he's really a running back. Like, no, the dude's a quarterback. Like, shut up. Like, he's a quarterback that can run. You know what I mean? Like someone like Devin Hester, for example, like he wasn't a good receiver. I'm sorry, and he didn't do anything else. But he was a freaking amazing returner.
Yeah.
But they gave him a shot at being a receiver, and it didn't quite fit, but
I
Yeah,
mean, he played for a while.
he did good. He did good.
Yeah.
but
They're playing since he was good in open field to give him
Mhm.
screens or quick slants and have him
Mhm.
beat up the middle. But that's in a once in a while, once in occasion. If the defensive package was right, then yes, that'll work. However, a lot of times it didn't work because the defense package was good. He caught the ball, he got yards, but it wasn't. Their plan didn't take full effect unless the defense was on the proper defense that the Bears needed to be. And it happened a couple times. I'm not going to take nothing away from him. It happened a couple times. There were times he beat the DB right off the line. He was wide open, but I guess he's not accustomed to over the shoulder catches or what have you, or his hands wasn't as great. But other than that, yeah, I agree. On that. And the only thing I can see Justin Fields in the back receiving kicks, it's because he's going to toss it and throw it the other side of the field for that guy to take off. One of those little specialty trick plays. That's the only thing I think of, because you are going to see two kick returns back there. So I've seen these plays before, but other than that, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't even think that's going to happen. Even that, because
No,
Justin Fields
I don't.
is a quarterback, and he's going to say, "I'm a quarterback," and that's it. So I can see him having packages where he is good in the red zone, or he attacks someone running or attacks people doing those type of things. I don't see him, doing anything else, any other type of special teams. I think that would be a mistake, and I don't think they'll do that. I think Tomlin's too smart to do that. I think they'll put those things out there, put the word out there for everybody to have to worry about something like that, knowing that they're going to utilize him at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, well, that was something with Justin Fields. But the reason I brought him up today was because I don't know if you guys been hearing about DJ Moore and his practice sessions with Caleb Williams and how impressed he's been with him. And he said a couple things multiple times. He's saying the anticipation. Caleb Williams is doing amazing with anticipation. I love turning around, the ball's already there. Like, he's throwing the ball before I even make my break. He was saying like he's doing those things, which is really impressive. And it's not like he's downing Justin Fields, but it does seem like he's, saying positive things to try to build up Caleb Williams. Now, my question to you guys, is it that he's trying to create a relationship and he's being honest about everything? Or is he playing the smart game, the long game, and saying, okay, well, if I'm going to be this number one receiver, they just drafted Rome Odunze, right? They got Keenan Allen. I need to make sure I'm the man, the number one receiver. I need to start making a good impression with this guy. Start doing great things with him. Which one do you think it is?
It's not much the long game. I think because as far as I know, DJ Moore is straight up, flat out honest. As far as I know, I don't know the guy. I never met him before. But it seems to me he's that type of person that, like, he calls a spade a spade. He doesn't dare to kiss ass. He's there because I don't know. He learned a lot from Justin. Justin learned a lot from him. Now this is a whole new different genre of quarterback coming out. The next gen quarterback, the next Patrick Mahomes. So I think he's just being flat out honest. If he sucked, then you know what? He needs to work on it. He's Hollywood rookie, whatever. Like something how Jalen Johnson said. But that's not the case. And I understand when Roman Dunze and Keenan Allen. I think, to me, in my eyes, DJ Moore is number one. Allen is number two. Of course, Adon's is 3. Now, what's going to happen with the ball? Because now you're going to have 4 potential targets, possibly 5 targets. You know, so it's going to be interesting, very interesting. Because Allen's taller than DJ, isn't he?
DJ's only 6 feet tall.
And Allen, what is it? 6'2", 6'3"? Because I think the reason
6'2".
I'm asking 6'2", right? So the reason I'm asking is because if it comes up like for a jump off situation, that's 3 great guys, 4 with Komet, that they're going to have to cover. So somebody's going to be a mismatch. So either you're going to have a nickel package, or you're going to have a dime package. I mean, think about it. If you have a dime, you can easily audible give it a Swift. But I mean, it's going to be difficult. I'm just saying, DJ's not playing the long game. He's playing what he sees. I think he's that type of player that doesn't BS with anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with, like, I think he's not gonna BS, but also he's smart. You know what I mean? Like, and also his entire career has been around mostly quarterback, you know, and I'm trying to remember a time that he actually talked bad about a quarterback he had. Granted, I never followed his career like that close where I was like reading, like, you know, everything he was saying about everything, but nothing ever came out where he was like, he's trashing his quarterback, you know, and a lot of times it was probably justified if he wanted to, talk crap about him. So, but he is, you know, I think he's a good guy, so he's not going to talk crap, but it seems like he'll say the stuff where he's like kind of what Fredo was saying. He's not lying, but also you pick and choose what to say. So, you know, you're only saying the good stuff, you know what I mean? You know, and he did it with Justin too, you know, like, oh, Justin was great in the locker room and people rally around him and blah, blah, you know. It's just like you pick and choose what to say, you know. And I think you know, he knows what to say and how to say it. I think he knows he's the number one, but also you need to make that good relationship with your quarterback, you know. So, you know, Rome Odunze is a rookie. They already have a relationship, just being so young and being in the draft together and all that, you know, once in a lifetime kind of stuff you get, they shared together, you know. So that's important. But DJ Moore is DJ Moore. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, so I mean, he knows what to say and how to say it. So everything sounds good. You know, if he would have came out and was like, I don't know, he's still kind of young and he needs to learn the game better, you know, I would have been a little bit more like, really? Damn, okay. But DJ Moore is a team player, I think. So.
Plus, he's a veteran, so he knows if something was bad, he's a veteran. He's been there. He knows what's up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not a rookie himself. He's been in the league for X amount of years, several quarterbacks from Carolina. What now? 2, maybe 3 quarterbacks with Chicago. I'm not 100% sure. No, 2.
No,
2. So, yeah, I'm sure he's a veteran. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I guess 3 if you count Tyson, but I really don't count a backup coming in for a couple games. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What about you? What do you think?
I'm kind of in between you two. I think DJ Moore is telling the truth. But everything he's saying is very truthful. But I also believe that he's playing the smart game because you do have talented receivers now on this team. Keenan Allen has had 6,000 yards receiving years, or is it 8? I think it's 6,000 yard receiving years.
Right.
And then I believe DJ Moore has had 3. So he's had more 1,000-yard receiving, you know, so he has more longevity. He has, you know, he's a bigger veteran, so he has done well in different quarterbacks, right? So he has to think about him because he don't want him to be the safety blanket. Yeah. Then you got to think about Rome Odunze, who has this relationship with Caleb. They're both young. They can feel like they can build together. They can do all these different things together that they have to worry about also. So, you know, I think he's smart to go out to California and catch with him and throw with him and practice with him. And the thing
No.
for everybody. And I think that's a huge thing to get him to build up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons over 1,000. He was literally 8 yards short for being 7 seasons. Like he was at 992 yards in 2020. So that sucks. I would have been pissed.
I mean, he had Mike Williams there too. I mean, and they were really relying on the run game and things like that. So, but he's always been consistently getting his stuff. You know, there's multiple years where DJ Moore has missed 1,000 yards just by a little bit too.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been in the 5 years longer than DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So DJ's got one.
This is his 13th year.
4. So he, I think. Shit, I just had it. Keenan Allen started in 2013. It looks like with the Chargers. Damn, he's only been with the Chargers.
16. Yeah, 17.
Yeah. And then
so this will be his 12th year.
Yeah. And then DJ got
5 or 6?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 years. But out of those 6 years, 4 of them were over 1,000. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So that's like super crazy. You know, and his bad years. Yeah, exactly. 2 of the years was 8. Still with it was 888 and 788, and the 788 was his first year. You know, like first year rookie, 788 yards, like 2 touchdowns. Yeah, like you know, he only got 55 receptions, and he got 788, which is crazy. So, yeah. So
I mean, there's 2. Was it 1 year where Carolina couldn't throw the ball, and DJ Moore still had like 800 yards?
Yeah,
they couldn't even throw the ball at all.
Yeah,
that was before they got rid of McCaffrey.
I think that was one of the years he was hurt. Because remember, McCaffrey was hurt a lot.
Yeah,
he was.
But I mean, yeah, these guys know how to produce. You know, like both of them are coming off of years where they got over 1,000. Both of them. You know, had over 1,000 in 2023. You know, so I think it was like I'm looking at it's like 120-yard difference really between the 2 of them last year. You know, both over 1,000.
1,300.
DJ had 1,364 with 96 receptions and
9 touchdowns.
It's counted as 8 on ESPN. 8 touchdowns. But Keenan Allen got 108 receptions, 1,243 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But this is what DJ said. He said, "Hey, it's between me and him, me and Keenan. It's the race to 1,000. Let's see who can get it first."
Yeah, and that's such a thing you want to hear. You know what I mean? Like you want to hear that from your receiving core. You know, it's because it's friendly. You know, it's a good thing, and for the Bears as a team, like you know, that's something you want to hear for sure.
It's a healthy competition.
Yeah,
it is. So
Listen,
do you
I've been
think
saying that for years? DJ produces no matter what. Who's throwing the ball?
Seriously.
Yeah?
Do you think Komet has a chance? Because last year he got 73 catches, 719 yards. I mean, he's not that far from 1,000 as well.
No, he has no chance. And I think what it is, he will produce. I think he's going to be a very good safety blanket for him. He has no chance at 1,000 yards because of Gerald Everett on the other side for one reason, and then now we have 3 receivers that all want the ball. So I feel like he's probably going to only get 650 yards, 700 yards, which he could take a step back and still be more of a threat. You know, even more like a better year with less production. Which if that doesn't make sense,
right?
So here I got a question between Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Everett, and Komet. Who out of those 5 is going to have the most touchdowns? You know, because I can see Everett kind of sneaking out with like 1 more than everyone else.
That's good.
He maybe
That's
gets
a great question.
just because they get into the red zone, and then he just like kind of gets it.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I kind of see your point. However, Keenan,
Allen, yeah, he's a big dude too.
right?
He might,
Keenan, he is taller. He's been there in the league longer, so he knows the ins and outs. DJ Moore, he's in the younger side. He's still learning, but yet he's very explosive. He's a hell of a yak guy. You catch the
yeah,
ball for 10 yards, he'll take it to the house for 60 or 70 yards. Odunze, I don't know much. However, Odunze and Caleb, they're buddies. They're best buds. I think Caleb was telling Pose to pick him if he's available, just like Tank Dell got picked from Houston because of CJ Stroud had told him, "Hey, he's available. Get him. He's a great guy." And Tank Dell came up to the league and he exploded. So it is very, very Everett. I think I see him more of a blocking back. I don't know much about Everett, so I
Oh no,
apologize on the stats.
Jared Everett is more of a. He's definitely a receiving tight end. He's
Right.
an inline tight end, but he's a receiving tight end. This is actually a decent question for me, but yeah, Martin they checked in here.
there you go.
Keenan will have more touchdowns.
I because I can see one of the bigger guys getting it because he throws it up and fights for it. When that's where Romadunze kind of is really good at that too. So that's gonna be interesting. If they're down in the red zone, you kind of want your big guys in the corners. So I'll be kind of interested.
Yeah,
All right.
like I said, yeah, Moore gets the yards.
Yeah.
If I was a betting man,
You are.
Pretty much.
I would probably think that DJ Moore would probably end up with more touchdowns because the offensive coordinator is going to force him the ball. Keenan Allen, you don't want to be your leader in touchdowns because he has to sign an extension. He's only at that 1 year deal. So the ball's not going to be forced him. I think Keenan Allen barely gets 1,000 yards because that's what the offense is going to be designed to do.
Yeah.
I think DJ Moore is going to be the one who gets a lot of the stuff, the touchdowns, and all that stuff, because they want him to be that guy. And I think something that Martin just said, I saw Rome won't do too much this rookie year like JSN. I think Rome gets 700 yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
A good start to an NFL career, but he's not the number one guy. He's really he's really the number 3 or 4 guy because depending on what Kmet is. I think DJ Moore ends up with 9. I think Cole Kmet ends up with 8. And Keenan Allen ends up with 7. That would be my thinking. 9, 8, 7. And then there's other ones. So Everett can end up with 5. We got coming out of the backfield could get end up with some. I think that you have Rome could end up with 4, as I said. But he's going to throw. Let's say he throws 29 touchdowns. The biggest portion of it will go Cole Kmet and DJ Moore, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Kmet is.
He ended up there last year, Martin.
Yeah, I think what did I say, 8 times? He was 8 times. Well,
playing with
Keenan Allen only had 7.
But he was also hurt a little bit, so that's kind of skewed a little bit.
Yeah.
He also played with nobody because Mike Williams was hurt the entire year.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He got look it up. He got
DJ
12
was hurt
more receptions. 12 more receptions than DJ Moore. And he had 1 less touchdown and less yards. So
but they both were hurt during the season. So Justin Fields did not throw the ball all the time. He ran it a lot. But DJ got his touchdowns in bunches. And he also will get it in yak. So I just feel like he's going to get some during those ways. This offense is good. I hope to see a very balanced offense. I don't want anyone to have 15 touchdowns. I want everyone to be like, 9, 7, 7. Everyone to be an equal threat because you don't know. You know who the man is, but you don't need to know who. We only got a guy going there. We don't need someone to be Justin Jefferson getting 17 touchdowns because that's a problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think DJ Moore is being smart. I think DJ is going to, really get in good with Caleb, and it's going to work really well for this season for them, for him specifically.
Oh yeah.
Here's my next question. Does Keenan Allen play more than 1 year for the Bears?
I think he's gonna probably sign another 2-year deal, I believe, and then just maybe retire.
So
I
a
think the
2-year
Bears
extension?
maybe, because I think the Bears want him there to have like a bridge gap to show DJ and Odunze something, like
Yeah,
a
sure,
like
DJ nothing.
right. What happened?
I said, DJ nothing, but definitely a Dunze.
Oh yeah,
I
of
do
course.
say,
But
yeah.
if you have two great minds, one's gonna learn from the other. The third guy is gonna learn from best from both worlds. Because
Mhm.
one came from a West Coast offense, I believe. I can't remember what kind of offense they ran in San Diego or
Oh,
whatever town Chargers is in now. But
the Los Angeles Chargers, yeah.
yeah, they could
I don't
they
know
could
if it's not
better.
necessarily everything is now kind of a form of West Coast offense, but it's not really a West Coast. I mean,
Right.
traditionally, what
It's
West
like a
Coast is.
modified like West
Yeah,
Coast.
I think they're gonna sign up for another like a year or two extra. Just teach them,
It
as
could be.
as
It depends on how
like a
well he
mentor,
does.
right? Like a mentor.
Fe-
Because
Yeah.
think about it, if they I'm sorry, Kramer, but if they do well and they get really close, and Keenan Allen was up there with yards and all that stuff, if no one's out there in the draft, why not bring him back? Have him as a mentor, as a leader.
Okay.
Yeah. If he does well, I can see them doing like a 2-year and then he's done. I think he retires. If he doesn't retire after that second year as a Bear, you know what I mean? Because he is 32, and that's pretty old, for
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, what Martin said, he's
yeah,
he's
of
old as,
course.
F, so but if he does well enough this year, I could see them signing maybe like I can see them maybe going for a 2-year, but it would not be as high, but by then, will he just be pushed down to a 3 and they'll start pushing up, Rome Odunze? I don't know. That's gonna be kind of interesting because his is gonna be all this year. Like, because it's Keenan Allen's to lose at this point. It's like you're not gonna be number one. That's not gonna happen. But if you don't play good enough, you might not even be offered another contract, but if you play good enough, you might get that contract, but you got this young, fast guy who's just as big as you and super fast and a lot younger, right on your back. So I don't know. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see how this year plays out for Keenan Allen.
It's
But if he
interesting
gets
you
like
guys said,
yeah, if he gets 800 yards, they might offer him another year, but it really depends. It depends on how Rome plays too. If Rome plays really good, they might not bother. Like, he's a lot cheaper.
huh? So what Poe said is that he didn't get him to not have him sign an extension. The idea was not to have him be a Bear for 1 year. Okay.
Mhm.
The reason why he left LA is that they couldn't find a amount to get the extension. He wants to be paid for his production. As you just said, he had 108 receptions last year. He had over 1,000 yards. He wants to be paid for it like a top end receiver because he knows he only has a year or two left of being that guy. The Bears have cap room. I wouldn't be surprised as we get to the mini camp, or even right before we get in the real camp, in July 18th, 19th, that the Bears do sign him to a 1-year extension.
Or 1 year.
A 1-year extension that means he has 2 years as a Bear, for $22 million.
Mhm.
So he's making 20 now. I think that the next year will be $22 million. They hold him for those 2 years, and then they do draft another guy, but especially if this goes well, you need a possession receiver. That's what Keenan Allen's going to turn into. Keenan Allen's going to turn into a guy who gets lots and lots and lots of receptions because he beats one-on-ones and he knows how to play in the zone. and teams are going to have to play zone against this receiving group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if we could block, you cannot play man to man because all these guys are man to man beaters.
Yep.
So I see you playing zone. He knows how to play zone well. He makes a lot of receptions, and in the next 2 years, he makes this money. So I think it's more like that, you know, going in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But Martin said DJ and Rome and next year's top end rookie like Egbuka, which I like. But if you do well this year, say the Bears win 10 or 11 games, they're not going to depend all on rookies. You with a young staff like that, you're going to want a older receiver still holding their hand, showing them the ropes. So that's why I say that's why you signed the extension for a year. You don't. So basically, it's this year and then next year, and then you let him go. You know, so 34, let him go. Maybe travels for a little bit, or maybe just goes out with his family. He made another $40 million. He's good. You know, he's one of those receivers that could play well and could still catch the ball well. You know, and no matter how old he is, you can't teach someone how to get open in the zone.
Yeah.
That's where the experience comes in.
I'll take the Star Wars. It's finally taking some foosball.
Oh, take the Star Wars.
Know it all. The Star Wars know it all. Take a foosball. What I miss? A lot.
Right.
Martin says DJ 1K with 7 touchdowns. Allen 900 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's had in like 3 years.
3 more. That's a lot.
I kind of see that because DJ is a YAG guy. Allen, he's a possession receiver, like Brian said, and he got smart almost anyone.
Rome, but he hasn't had 10 touchdowns in a long time.
He will, because think about it.
All of a sudden,
he will, because if you think about it, there's help on the other side. You know, so
he always said that.
Yeah,
because he had Mike Williams on the other side.
What's the most touchdowns Keenan Allen has ever have? I give a hint. It was never 10.
8.
8.
That's,
8 is
that's
the
what
highest,
I would guess.
most.
In 13 years, basically, he's at 8.
He had it his rookie year, and he had it in 2020. Yeah. So those are the 2 highest. So that's a lot.
To have 10 touchdowns all of a sudden. No.
Next to DJ Moore and 2 running or 2 tight ends. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take that any day. 17 touchdowns between 2 receivers. I'll take that.
Or 27.
17.
Just 27 altogether. I think you probably get a couple for Everett, and
plus whatever.
Now you end up with 30 touchdowns. I would love a 30 touchdown. You know, I think that they get more. I think the yards are too low.
10, 15.
Yeah, I think he gets more than 32, 3,400. I think he throws 4,000 yards. I think he might be the first one to throw for 4,000 yards.
Well, I mean, think about it.
Rookie year, he does it.
Oh, Jesus. That's crazy.
4,000 is not really that much. We just don't know how to throw the damn ball.
Yeah, think about it now. We have Swift now, and we have Everett. So, I mean, that's 2 other possession players that they're not accounted for, that he didn't account for. So those where the other yards are. Is that,
I think he throws for 4,000 yards somehow. I think that DJ gets 13.
That'd be awesome.
Keenan gets 1,000. They make sure he gets 1,000 because that's probably money tied to that 1,000 yards. Rome, 700. Yeah, they don't really care. Commit, I think 650, 700 is about the same. I think that's where we are. And then you see some out of the backfield, so you get some Jared Everett. You see stuff like that, but I think it equals to 4,100 yards, and then people are going to be so on Caleb Williams. But it's because the offense changed, and he does throw well You know, period. He's quick.
If you in fantasy, and these three guys are up there, who would you take?
As far as
The receivers.
DJ, Keenan, and is that my dynasty or regular?
1-1
DJ.
for a dynasty.
No. If it's one, so if I'm doing just regular, I want DJ. If it's dynasty, I might go Rome, but DJ still might be the answer because DJ is not that old. He's still what, 27?
Yeah, I thought he was like 25,
28, 27, 28.
27.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Mike
He's still
wasn't there. He was just always hurt.
Yeah, right. That's what I was saying, because now he could stretch the field.
Is it me or CJ about to kill it again? Yeah, he will be. He will be. And next one with the Dolphins. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's about. Or Swift just takes everyone's touchdowns.
That is a possibility.
I think he gets hurt. He's never had a full season when he's not gotten hurt. I'll take DJ in both dynasty and starter regular leagues.
He's still young enough, where you can still get 5 more years out of him, which he'll be 32 by then.
With DJ, see, I disagree that receivers just fall off a cliff at 32. Depends on what type of receiver you are.
It depends on what type. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, I hate him.
But I mean,
a little bit of hate.
Freaking.
How you like that, Brian?
I hate it.
I think he still has Justin Fields and DJ Moore. So last year he was just all on cloud 9. So it's like, and that just happened because he had DJ Moore when he was on the Panthers, and then he picked up, I believe he drafted Justin Fields, and then when we got the trade, I remember him in chat just being all giddy. He was like, "Oh man, look at what I got!"
Like, how this happened?
Yeah, like the Bears hater got like the duo got the stack. I was like, what?
But I think it's gonna be very interesting. I do believe offensively we're going to be a juggernaut for a lot of this stuff. Week 5 was amazing.
I bet it was.
Beat me my own guys. That's ridiculous. Before we get off here, since we got Martin in here, I do want to ask you guys a question. So, how do you feel about the Atlanta Falcons making the pick, Michael Penix Jr.? What do you feel about that? Do you think it was smart? Do you think it was dumb? What's your overall thought behind it?
I was shocked. I was like, wow. When it like, the talks, I'm like, no, they're just talks. No. Then they picked him. I'm like, oh wow. Because I mean, they could have got a receiver. They could have gotten him Dunze, to help Cousins. However, or the defensive end, Dallas Turner, which actually surprisingly fell a lot further than I expected. But I was shocked. I was shocked. Me and I think all of Atlanta was shocked. And I have yet to see somebody like, yeah, we got no. No. So I don't know.
Okay. What you think?
I mean, I was kind of like shocked at first, but the more I thought about it, and I know, like Martin said, we've talked about it already, and the more I hear other people talk about it, I'm like, okay, it makes sense, because Cousins is not the answer. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like, he'll probably be pretty good this year, but how many years he's got? That he's consistent. So I feel like Penix. You do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre, and look at what he became. Whenever a quarterback sits and learns and has time to develop, he comes out as such a great quarterback. Cousins, like you said, middle of the pack. Maybe the past couple of years he went up a little bit notches. So he's not a horrible person to learn from and watch. And it'd be kind of interesting. So I think it's an interesting call because they could have gone with weapons, they could have gone with a defensive thing, but they kind of
could have gone down.
Thought about their future. They could have maybe got some more draft capital, later on. But I think they're thinking about their future a little bit. So I don't hate it as much as I heard about it draft night. I was like, wait, what? Like, you just paid this man $100 million guaranteed, like, and you're picking up a quarterback. I even saw the meme of the owner and the GM talking, and somebody dubbed it over. Like, listen, so it was super funny. But I'm okay with it now. Let him sit behind Cousins for a couple years and let him learn the system, become a system player, and I think he'll do really good.
Well, I understand your logic. However, Jordan Love, he's already been in the league for 3 years, 4 years, and Jordan Love is now 25. Penix is now what, 24? I believe he's on the older side.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, if he sits there, by the time he's going to start behind Cousins is 28. So I don't know how that's going to work. So that's why I think maybe they should have traded down. If they wanted Penix, I understand. Or get Dallas Turner, then go on down and then try to move up for him. But I don't know. I was shocked.
I did talk about this on Dynasty Pylon. That's why I wanted to give you guys opportunity to talk about here. For me, I think, as I said, I was surprised that it happened, but I also knew Penix wasn't going to go below the Raiders, right? And then I look at next year's quarterback crop, and you have, some. I don't see any star there. I think Ewers is maybe a decent starting quarterback, but he's not a star. So I don't know if that works for next year. They got the guy from Georgia. I don't know if he's a star. And Shador, I'm not sure about him either. So when you say that next year you might not be able to get your quarterback, you see Penix and you did all your tests on him and you like what he's doing, and you won't have to spend a lot of money on him. It doesn't matter how much you're paying Kirk Cousins because you're not paying Penix that much. So at any point in time, if he outdoes him, you cut Kirk Cousins and you eat the cost because it doesn't matter. So, if you feel like he's your guy, go get him. And I think that's where I am now. If he's your guy, go get him.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I think I also would love them to trade down, but if you can't go lower than 12, and there's a possibility that the team that you're trying to go, not go lower than, can trade up with the teams behind you, then you can lose the guy that you really want. So you just get the guy you want. So at the end of the day, if you like him, get him. That's just how it is.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense too. Because you're thinking about the future. And it might not be the move, because everyone always thinks like right now. It's like, I can get him because he can affect us right now, or I can get this person because he's an instant change to the team. But you get that. I mean, granted, like say he's a little bit older and he sits behind a quarterback, but also it's like you can't change his age. So say if you even pick him up right now and he's like a starter, he still has to learn it. But now he has to learn it on the fly rather than taking his time. So if you're sitting back there and they're building a team, like now, like we don't have to worry about a quarterback. Now we can start building the line. Now we can get more weapons. We can work on the defense. So by the time he becomes a starter, hopefully the infrastructure around him is a little bit more solid. He already knows the people. So now he doesn't get beat up as much as like a starting rookie usually does, as a quarterback.
Here's the other thing. Quarterbacks don't they age well. Like you could be
Well, yeah, especially now.
37-year-old quarterback and do very well. Like if you take care of your body, you can play till you're 40, right? So what are those years really going to hurt you? If Penix sits for 2 years and at 26 years old, he takes over the starting quarterback's job and he's great, Atlanta looks like geniuses.
Yeah,
they really do, and that's why I'm like, at this point in time, do what you do. If you feel like if Raheem Morris says I'm never going to be without a quarterback ever again because I'm not going to another spot and I have my guy, I'm not going through another year like we did last year. Hey, more power to you, man. Not to mention Kirk Cousins is coming off Achilles, right? Achilles injuries always are accompanied by calf injuries and all those other things. You do not heal well when you get older. Trust me, I know about this Achilles. Just don't. You're never the same person. You're never have the same explosion. So if Kirk Cousins isn't the guy, you've now taken your insurance policy, you took in your future, you've done a lot of different things. My only confusion is that they didn't get someone to help rush the passer, but maybe they do that anyway because there's some guys that are still out there. Hey, they take all of Chicago's old guys. Watch Yannick Ngakoue go sign with Atlanta Falcons and go get 7 sacks, 8 sacks again, and does that for them. And now they look like geniuses because they didn't now solve their only problem, and they're in the NFC Championship game. So I ain't hating it at all.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that too.
Yeah. I actually have a crazy take on it. When I get to Falcons episode, I'll be open some eyes. Okay. We'll see.
Nice.
Okay, Kello. NFL has no patience. They won't learn from Rodgers or Mahomes. Big Ben sitting a QB for a couple years helps. It's always win now. Fans have fallen for this. The best thing you could do is let your quarterback sit and learn. Figure out what it is to be a professional quarterback. It seems to work every year for Green Bay. I hate them. I hate Fredo's background because it's too green for me. Like it just makes me mad. I just want to go punch it. I hate Green Bay, but they do it right. They really do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll end the show. Nice. It pisses me off every time I look at that because I almost been waiting for the gold. I'm like, man, I promise you, to the moon.
Yeah. That's funny.
But I want to start the show the same way end the show the same way I started it. Talking about the schedule. The Bears are going to have one of the easiest schedules, the third easiest schedule coming out this year. Pittsburgh's going to have like the hardest schedule.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will have the hardest schedule because they have the division they're in. And they made the playoffs and all that stuff. So they're going to have that. The Bears are going to have what they have. I can't wait to see it because it's not just about who you play, but it's also when you play them.
Mm-hmm.
And that matters. And do you realize the NFL season is actually going to start in Brazil on a Friday night?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Is Green Bay versus whom?
It's the Eagles. I know the Eagles, isn't it?
I thought it was Green Bay and Eagles.
Yeah, I think that's what it is in Brazil on Friday night. So that's what's going to start the NFL season. So, I don't know why they're holding on to the schedule, but they are. But I'm hoping that we get something in the next couple of days because I really wanted to talk about this on Sunday. But if we don't get released until Monday, we got to wait a whole nother week. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I heard on the score it's because of the issues of the scheduling, network bids. Because if you play on Wednesday, is the following week going to be an off week?
But if you're asking that question right now, then you are really far behind.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing. That's what I heard. So they're trying to figure out exactly enough time from one game to another.
He's on this Kendrick. I hate the way they walk. I hate the way they talk. I hate the way you look.
Yeah.
That's
I
funny.
hate the way you parent. I hate everything you do. Yeah. Schedule prediction is all blah because some returning teams don't return strong, and in hindsight, schedule becomes easier. You're not not wrong, but there's some teams that are going to be good regardless.
Yeah.
So though preseason looks like you might have an easy schedule, it could be a harder schedule because your division is still hard. But I can guarantee the Carolina Panthers are not going to be better. The Saints are still going to be awful. Like that's those teams that division is going to be bad. So it is what it is.
Well,
Yeah, definitely check out Martin's like team breakdowns. That should be starting up pretty soon, I think. I don't know, but and then what he does is he'll break down the team, and then I believe he talks about the schedule, obviously, and then prediction. I think he does a prediction of like what he thinks they're gonna get. So for schedule wise. So if you want like a full breakdown per team, like it's coming.
He said they're waiting for the schedule to come out too.
I know. Yeah. So it's like that's kind of like stuck under too. I think the opponents are all announced. You just don't know when they're playing and what stuff
exactly.
Like
is the NFL going to start with the Bears playing the Texans week 1? Like you don't know what you're going to. Are they going to be a Thursday night? Are we going to play the Washington Commanders again on Thursday night game? You don't know what's going to happen. So it's just all those things matter. The days off in between. So that only means the Bears episode now will be May 16th. Just keep on pushing it further,
back,
further off. So I agree. FC might be a tough. They always play hardest against each other and play down to the competition. Yeah. But how terrible Texas was supposed to be. He just said hello. I always say that the Texans are going to be better. I said it. I saw what they had. I was like, this is going to be a pretty good team. So.
Instant. That's insane. But also stuff like CJ is so rare. It's rare. Can you imagine a back-to-back year? Like last year, CJ was like this rookie, came out and was amazing, with a rookie receiver too, and now just say if Williams does that again and just balls out and then kind of makes Rome kind of like look great, plus the other weapons and everything.
It could be. I feel like no one's ever come into a better situation than Caleb is coming into.
Yeah.
No quarterback has ever had this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Mark says, I am. I'm waiting for that schedule. Remember how good the Broncos were supposed to be until if they got a good quarterback, then they flopped? Yeah, but they still waiting for that good quarterback.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, freaking Russell Wilson.
Mario said, once it's out, I'm going every freaking day. Doing another team every day. We're going to knock it all out. All right, I see you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he does his lunch hour kind of thing. That was super popular last year, I think, especially for the channel. So, yeah. Right around your lunch break, go watch some football. So
exactly. I love that. I think it's a smart thing. All right, guys. We're coming to the end of this show. I know you guys wanted to talk about one other thing, so Tank, you want to take this away for the last thing we're going to talk about?
Oh, are we going to get into it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
why not?
So the Tom Brady roast was was it this past weekend? I forgot,
yes,
but it came out on Netflix this past week.
Saturday, it was live.
Yeah, was it live? Okay, I didn't watch it live, but I started seeing clips, and I'm like, I gotta watch this thing. Holy crap, man. In the middle it gets a little but that beginning and the end, was holy shit. Like, and they did not hold back on anything. They talked about Aaron Hernandez. They talked about
that
Belichick.
Was distasteful. I didn't like
that. Was I mean, and they did it multiple times, and multiple people did it. I mean, I believe was it Edelman? One of the players talked about Aaron too, Yeah, it was Edelman, because he talked about Gronk being hung, and then also Hernandez being
didn't he say something like no, he said Tom Brady was like, hey, I know you.
What was it, Tom Brady?
He was talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady talked about Aaron Hernandez, and that was the thing. I believe Edelman was the one who said something about Tom, I know you think this stuff's funny, but you can't smile because you got all that plastic surgery you've had. So this is the only way your face goes right like this. Plus you don't have a good sense of humor, so you wouldn't be able to laugh anyway. You don't know when shit's funny anyway. So I thought that was pretty good. And then Randy Moss was like, "Dude, how the fuck did y'all cheat every year except the year you got me?"
Right.
That's what
Now you
one
don't
of the
wanna cheat.
comedians. Yeah, I believe it was Nikki Glazer was like, he goes, "How are you one of the greatest receivers of all time and don't even have a Super Bowl ring?" It was like Drew Bledsoe got a Super Bowl ring, and then she made an Aaron Hernandez joke about a ring around his neck. So it was like it was just nonstop. It was like holy shit, The Aaron Hernandez thing I thought was a little distasteful. Because I did not expect it. I was like, damn, man,
Yeah. You saw they tried to do that joke with that Robert Kraft. And
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Brady shut
Tom
that
Brady?
down quickly.
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
talk about that shit. Don't talk about that bullshit. Or whatever.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of crazy, but I thought Edelman was super funny. I thought Kevin Hart was super funny. Nikki Glazer was super funny. The one at the end, the black chick from I believe she's from Boston. I don't know who she was, but she was really funny.
Tony J or something. I don't know. It was something
I forgot her name. She was great. And then all the Giselle jokes.
All the jujitsu jokes.
Oh my god,
yeah.
it's hilarious. I thought it was super funny. And
he said one of them was like, how's it feel like she cheated on you with this jujitsu guy and you can't even beat him up?
Yeah, you can't kick his ass.
No, the best one was she goes she was having one-on-one sessions 8 times a day and she's still a white belt. Oh man, but it came out I think today or maybe even last night, but I saw it today where she's not happy about that.
Giselle's
she's angry.
Yeah,
she's pissed. She goes, "Oh, your kids are gonna see this," but also was
he's like, "You did it, bro."
She's like, "Oh, you did it." Second of all, I'm sure they already seen so much messed up stuff just because Tom Brady is famous, she's famous, and famous people get a lot of crap on social media and on the internet. So it's not like this is the thing they're like, oh my god, the kids are gonna see this. I was like there's a lot of shit the kids are gonna see.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't want the kids to see that, you probably shouldn't have done it in the house.
Yeah. So I thought that was super fun. I did not expect it to be that funny. The Belichick, him going off on Belichick, he goes oh, what's your favorite ring? He goes, oh, my favorite ring is the one with the ring camera catching Belichick walking out of the girl's house. Oh my god, man. Tom Brady was pretty good. Obviously he had people write the jokes for him and stuff, but he delivered it well. Peyton Manning was funny as always. Peyton Manning is always funny though.
It's too long. 3 hours
is
too effing long.
Yeah, because it right in the middle, the middle 30, 40-ish minutes, I was kind of bored and I started doing other shit. And then it started, I forgot who it was, but I started picking up again. And I'm like, oh, you guys must be drinking because you're kind of going hard now. So
I think the NFL players were the ones that kind of were you tell that someone's writing this stuff for them.
Yeah.
And then the professionals, they were good, but they they went so hard. I don't know what the hell. How much do you think they paid Tom Brady to have that done? To do a roast of Tom Brady for 3 hours?
I don't know.
Didn't he say this is one of his things he wanted to do? So I would have to guess it was free. I guess. I'm not
fuck
sure.
no.
I don't think it's free. No. I mean, you have to agree to it for sure, but I'm sure you have to sign contracts and stuff like that. But he probably got a decent amount of money.
10 million, I'm assuming.
I think that's on the low end. I think that
really
because think about it. So specials usually spend $30 to $40 million on a special, right? Now they have to pay all the professional comedians, right? So let's say you have 40 million, but you spent half of that money on the professionals, and then you spent production costs $10 million. That will leave $10 million for Tom Brady. I think he gets at least $15 million to do that. 3 hours.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I can see it. I never really thought about the price, but yeah. I heard it did pretty well on Netflix.
It was the
I
number
didn't know
one
it was
thing.
live. Was it number one thing? So yeah. So there you go. But like I said, I thought Edelman was really good. Him dogging on Belichick was great. You know, Brady was pretty funny. Peyton Manning was pretty funny. You know, them just going off on Gronk being like just dumb guy was awesome. Was like super awesome. But yeah, I thought it was something I didn't even care to watch, and then I started seeing clips, and I'm like, all right, I need to watch this because
They
this
did it
sounds
because
like something funny.
they did it because they're going to do a GOAT series. So I don't know who the hell else they're going to try to get out there, because you try to say one thing about Michael Jordan, he's going to have you killed. And what you going to say about LeBron James? Like, your kids are real good at basketball. Like, I don't know what you're going to say about it. Like, yeah, you're bald and rich and worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
They make movies. What are you going to say about it? Like, the dude's awesome. So just whatever.
Yeah.
But they said they're going to do this GOAT series, and he was the first. So I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
Comedians.
Yeah, other comedians are always good. It's always funny. You know, I think Tom Brady is kind of like the best athlete you can go after. Like, one, he has so many rings. He has so many quote unquote scandals, you know, around him as a football player or just an athlete, you know, where you could really, you know, go after him, you know, and even the people around him. You know what I mean? The whole craft thing and the whole like the Belichick has a certain like vibe that people always make fun of. So it's like it's not just him, it's also everyone around him that you're really able to go after. You know, with Jordan, like I don't know, it's like you know, I don't know how much you can go after. I don't know if he even would want to.
He wouldn't even allow you to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like literally, you would say Michael Jordan, he'd be like, and all of a sudden you just like explode.
Dennis Rodman just comes out and strangles you.
Exactly. Yeah. He said, hey, oh, take him out.
Yeah.
So this comes out of nowhere, just strangles you. You're done.
Yeah. But yeah, Tom Brady was, I think, is really one of the only athletes that I can think of that you could do that with, just because who he is and everything that's been around him, you know, and he's just been a household name at this point, really. So yeah.
I think what you do, you go after GOATs of music, GOATs of acting, you go GOATs of comedy, as I said. Like, you go after those, a GOAT series, so he's just the athlete. And now you go, you're the greatest dancer of all time. You're the greatest actor of all time. Doing those type of GOAT type of things. So that's why I think they're going to go with that. But I think Tom will be the only athlete for now.
I hope so. Yeah, because I can't see anybody else. Actors would be funny. You need somebody who can take it, you know, and not get angry, you know, and also have fun with it and stuff like that. So yeah,
Tom he had a whole lot of tequila last night. So that
he
was
had
great.
a shit ton of. There was one he chugged. He grabbed another one, chugged it. And he was like, "Oh man!"
He's like, "Hey, after that last joke, I need to double fist this."
Oh man, yeah, he drank a lot. That's why I'm like after that, like maybe like 2 hour mark, I was like, I don't know if they started all getting a little too drunk or whatever, but I started getting good again.
Tom Brady it's funny because Tom Brady was drinking his own tequila. Tom Brady was drinking Tom Brady tequila. That's awesome.
Of course he was.
That's how you do it, man.
That's funny.
Okay, well, I know we wanted to talk about that, so I wanted to bring that up real quick. If you're enjoying the show, we're going to do Dynasty Pylon tomorrow, right around 8 Central. Martin will be leading that one. And then Sunday, we got the Morning Spike. We're going to have a lot of fun trying to get as many people on there. We can talk about the schedule because hopefully the schedule will be out by then. So, and then, of course, Tuesday, we're going to be here no matter what. And actually, next Tuesday, I should be able to unveil my actual office. It should be all together and ready to go. So, yeah, ready to go. Yes. I was telling Fredo I got a signed Gale Sayers ball that I'm putting in the case.
The case.
So cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But guys, thank you guys for listening to us talk about football, talk about Tom Brady, and talk about the Bears. And we'll be here again next Tuesday. We'll see you same Bear time, same Bear channel. I want to say thank you personally to both Tank.
I got you, Martin.
Yeah, he does do that. Oh yeah, we got to do that. Yeah, because I know the toilet's gonna be sitting there next to me. I'm gonna be like, F you guys. Every time you say something I don't like, I want to flush
it. I'll be good.
But we'll be here same Bear time, same Bear channel. I want to say thank you guys, both of you, Tank, Fredo, for being here. Can't do it without you guys. Or I could, but it just wouldn't be as interesting. All right. And thank all you guys for all your comments. And we will see you guys again next week.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.
The Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so